Hello everyone, this is Jean and you're watching Sketchalona episode 30. It's my weekly vlog in which I tell you about the going-ons in my life, trying to make it as a little artist, making little comic books, making little pin-ups, you know, the works, while showing you some of the sights and sounds of the city I get to live in, Barcelona, as well as getting really dizzy. Well,
no more Mycenaeans, no more Minoans, no more Hittites, no recipients, at least temporarily. Only the Egyptians survive because they win, but it's a Pyrrhic victory. They're never as strong.
so in today's episode 30, I find it hard to believe that it's actually such a big number already. But here we are, episode 30. I just had a lengthy chat on WhatsApp with one of my friends back home in Volendam, Mario. You may remember him. He's been in an episode, the one where I went to my hometown. Let's see if I can find a link for that one. I'll put it right up there if you want to check that out. So we got to talking because he has got a new job. He was out of work for like a month, and knowing him, he was full on working on his music and learning some new program on how to put it all together with his friends. And yes, it's going to be a very cat-centric episode, by the way, because he's been bugging me all day. There he goes. Not really. See, he doesn't want to go. And so he's got a new job, but he's working part-time now. He's working 3 days a week, and he's basically figured out this way to make the tax man work for him rather than the other way around. Because in the Netherlands, if you work under a certain amount of hours and you have to pay rent and you don't have a partner who shares in your living expenses, there's all sorts of, not so much subsidies, but tax deductions you can take advantage of. And I know there's a similar thing in England where if you worked below 30 hours a week, like there was a certain amount of hours that you got to work, like from 30 to like 35 or 36, where you were basically making the same amount because that's where you went into the next tax bracket. So that kind of got me thinking about like how many hours I work, and like started writing down the cost of living and like my student loan expenses that I have to ship the money over to England for, and then back to Holland. Like that's a different story, but basically all these things that I have to pay for, and kind of just thinking like, where can I cut hours and like end up with more time just for me? And I don't think it's quite possible for me here, not just because I'm not actually from here and I don't really know the system and it would take some time, might be something to look into, but also because like all the things he spoke about like that apply to him don't really apply to me as it is anyway. But then I started thinking about like the advantages I do have having moved out here a year ago. Like 1 year ago, I made the decision to leave London behind after having lived there on and off for well over 10 years, and decided to make the jump to Barcelona and decided to make a new life here for myself so I can spend more time on art. And so, hearing about how he is doing the same for his music, because he's very much into music, and I wish he would let me use some of his music in my videos, but he's always like, oh, it's not good enough. Like, no, we don't want to put this out in the world because, it's just the bass and the drum, it's all, the sound mixing is just not up to our standards. So thinking like, not only after 1 year can I say that I succeeded, I got more hours a day to work on my projects, but also like I want more hours, I want more, and like I need to make a little bit more money. And so I'm trying to think of how I could do that outside of the office. And some of the attempts I've made in the last month didn't quite work out, and they kind of stressed me out a little too much. So now I'm thinking in a different way, and that puts me more on track of puts my thinking more in the line of what some of you guys out there are doing while the cat is getting ready to do his business. Fine, we'll find a different spot to talk. My comfy chair. A lot of the friends I've made in the last year and a half here on Facebook, you know, they're well on track, not just putting out their own comics, but putting out their own prints. And I've thought about these things before, and also like doing more with the YouTube channel. But then I always kind of, like, maybe I'm too comfortable earning a living and having a steady paycheck. Maybe I'm busy enough as it is, so I don't want to take that on. But now I'm at a point where I'm like, maybe I could get started making some prints. But then this has definitely been a week of planning. And as I've already found out, because I'm from the future, I only have so many hours a day and so much attention span a day. And so all this planning is awesome, but I need to also work out a way to make these plans come to fruition in a different manner than I've been doing in the past year, which has been pretty successful. Like, it's been a very good year here in Barcelona. Year one, I should say. But, so yeah, that's kind of what I've been thinking about this Sunday and this week. But let's start from the beginning. Let's go back to Monday. Monday, everyone. Just survived my first of a very long day at work, and it's okay. It's not too bad, but I'm a little bit like, can't wait to get home. All day I've been excited about what I was doing yesterday, which was recoloring the remainder of the pages, and I do mean recoloring because I happen to come upon a better way, a better workflow to add the gray tones, which is more like my issue 0, but like a little bit more next level. So I want to do the whole 6 pages for Life in Space like that. So that's what I'm going to be working on tonight. And then while I was at work, I did line out my plans for this week. And I think I've got about 5 little deadlines I have to hit. So let me just line out what they are. So project number 1, like the Life in Space comic book. Then after that, I want to make a drawing. I want to make could be a print, but I want to make a nice A4 size drawing for whoever's going to be my 100th subscriber. Like, I'm not too fussed about those things right now, but it is going to be a really cool thing once it happens. And it kind of crept up on me. Like, I know the subscriber count has been steadily growing, but like all of a sudden it's like 95, and I'm like, oh, people are doing like giveaways, so I should do a giveaway. So I want to make like a nice little A4 size drawing. And then project number 3 is I need to touch up the logo. I haven't heard back from my friend in Colombia, which is good because I've been too busy anyway. But I need to get back on that, so that's project number 3. Project number 4 is I want to send off 3 pencil drawings, again A4 sized, for someone else to ink, and that will be revealed at a later date. But I need to get going on that one. And then, what was the 5th one? There was another one. All art related. Oh no. Oh, I'm gonna have to look it up now. Yeah, I remember. A 1-page comic book based on a real life experience, as kind of suggested by Joshua Kimball from Quarterly Stories in a comment on his video yesterday, and a little bit inspired by Khaleesi in Paris, because she's having way too much fun on her own. So I don't really want to do a biocomic, but like just to kind of work on something comic booky that might not take up too much time, because I'll adapt the style to the deadline. So I'll give myself like 2 or 3 hours done. It has to be done. That's kind of another project. And I picked a new area to explore, one closer to work, that I want to do some sketching in, talk about a little bit, and make a video for the next episode of Sketchalona, which you might be watching right now. I don't know yet. I don't know where this video is going to fit in. So that's 6 projects. Let's keep you posted. It's Tuesday, and I have here 2 pages of what I got done yesterday, none of which is what I actually set out to do. Yeah, that thing tends to happen sometimes with me, where, all right, I'm totally gonna do this, and I go that way. So this is all of a sudden. So yesterday I gave you that like 5 things I want to hit art-wise, and then I came home. I was really tired. I sat in that comfy chair over there, and the next thing you know, I was like, oh, wait a minute. And I started thinking of the little fan edit I wanted to make, and I was like, that's it. And I wrote down 2 pages, and I pretty much nailed, for now, what I want to do. Alright, you guys, it is now almost 11 o'clock. I finished The Fast and the Furious 5, which was a pretty fun popcorn movie, actually. I kind of enjoyed it. It's overly sentimental though, but for a popcorn movie, it's pretty cool. Visuals were awesome, and there's lots of really fun car action. I dug all that. And there's some cool characters. Like, I like some of the characters that are in it for sure. In the meantime, I only got to finish 1 page, the half. I took over an hour to do 1 panel, and so yeah, that sucks. So I am going to continue. Come on, let's see how far I can get on page 4. So yeah, very happy with how page 3 came out. It's Wednesday. I just got home from work. I'm really falling asleep. It's gotten really cold and everything. I don't know. Just tired today. Can't wait for the weekend. However, like yesterday, I'm sitting down straight away, not like Monday, getting completely distracted. And I'm gonna continue on the next page. Yesterday, I finished up page 3, nowhere near page 4, but I did get the groundwork done for page 4. So some gradients laid down, some basic grades laid in. So now I'm gonna have to go in and do it properly, and then hopefully get more than just page 4 done today. So I'm back where I thought I would be. I don't know, I'm really excited. I'm really excited about getting back in, like putting on a movie in the background, getting back into the comic book, but because I've got those 5 projects on my mind and I'm only finding time for the comic book, I feel this real pressure, even though it's the comic book that needs to be finished. But I just want to get to all the other stuff as well. So I need to get the comic book out of the way. So what time is it? Coffee. Well, glad you tuned in. That's pretty funny. Those Lucas brothers. Checking out the Hangout, the V100's Hangout. There's no one there. There's no one there. Man, there's no one there. I just don't know what to do anymore. I just don't know. It's awful. It's just freaking awful. So I've got 2 more panels to go. Once again, it's coming out okay. I was a little, I feel like I'm kind of overdoing the glare, so I decided to pull back, make sure I pull back with the special effects. It's working, including a panel with no background. Yes. Fine. Come say hello. There we go. See? You're on YouTube, dude. No, you have to, like, do the outro. Do the outro. Okay, cats. They're like children. I think. Anyway, should check in with our brothers. I have kids. Oh. Cats. Not the most exciting sight it might seem on my way to the post office, but like I really like those buildings, like the way they're standing out. Let me show you again. Something very majestic about them that I really like, and I think before you couldn't really get a proper view because there was probably a couple of buildings in the way, but they're really doing a lot of roadworks here to broaden the street, so looks like they finally get their due. In the meantime, so wait, low power mode, can't have that. So I'm pretty happy with how this week is going. Yesterday was another night where I put in a good 3 to 4 hours of working on the comic book. Looks like tonight and tomorrow night will be another 2, because at this rate I'm definitely going to need 2, and then it's a big long weekend for me to have a look around the city. But unfortunately, having to meet these deadlines for reals means that I'm going to miss out on King's Day, and I don't have too much of a close affinity with King's Day. It used to be called Queen's Day in my day. It's the biggest party of the year for Dutch people, and most of my colleagues will be celebrating at the Rembrandt tonight here in Barcelona. But it was a little bit of a last minute thing, so I'm not going to be able to hang out because I don't know. I'm stupid like that. Like, I decided I'm going to do this thing, and so now for me to change my mind, sometimes it's just, even though it's fun, like I just can't. And also, it's actually more fun to work on the comic, let's be honest. It's way more fun to work on the comic. Check out this random building. Translate. I hope it does. It's a hotel of some sort, but like I really like the design of the windows and like just the dark colors. It's cool. Things you discover randomly walking around, taking a new route to the post office. Spanish base cap? Maybe? Team up opportunities. So I got my package. It's hefty. I looked at the contents. What are you doing to me? Oh my god. Can't wait to do a little unboxing because it's got a lot of comics in it. But first, we need to make a little pit stop at my favorite American junk food restaurant. Yes, well, it's not my favorite. There's better. But whenever I walk by here, I just find it incredibly hard to resist a little KFC. Let's put a little zinger in there. But the story behind this package, in case you're new to this channel or, you know, you haven't seen one of the lengthier ones, is I'm a firm supporter of one Samurai Ox's I Never Forgot comic book series. And 2 times in a row, the package he sent out to me after a successful Kickstarter got returned. One time, the last time, they didn't even leave a note. They just sent it back straight to the US. Another time, it did come through my flatmate Javi at the time in the north of Barcelona. He had to go get it and like fill in forms for customs because they thought it was basically us trying to get something into the country to sell, which we totally could, but it was really just comics for me. Because we like some comics, especially indie comics. Is this gonna work? All right. Cheers, you won the painting for helping and supporting my dreams. Much love, Ox. Ta-da. Did I turn that up? Oh, nice. Check that out. Little piece of art. That's very cute. I love the blue. I love Picasso's blue period. This fits right up there. Check out this pen. For next time I go to a metal concert. It's been a while. Put that up there. Issue 7. Look at the colors. Like just looking at it, like even having a good look at it, it looks like this is original art too. You know, the colors came out fantastic. A little message. What? Oh, this is. Oh, okay. Dude, this is insane. All right. I hope you realize that in this issue, I'm trying to highlight other great tales and storytellers. Included with this issue is a little pack showing off some other great artists. And then it goes on. You can find him under the username Yonimal. Oh my god. This is crazy. Even though I kind of knew this was coming, I still had no, to actually put a note in it like that. That is really awesome, dude. Seriously. Thank you. Donnie, a little cards. I really like these, by the way. These are really, really cute. Really cool. Just to have around. I like these better than the last one. I don't know if it's the color or... Okay. A set of cards. It's like it's hand-drawn. So... That's cute. Alright, so what you got? You got me my own comic book, printed out. Crazy, crazy. Just quickly. As always, you are a shining example to all of us here. Man, this is like, with the backing and everything, this is freaking amazing. Alright, Ox, you've delivered once again. Thank you so much. Thank you for copies of my own comic book with your Kickstarter. That's insane. Put that away. Think of some more people. We're gonna take this and share this and like spread the love. And like, you know, who knows where we're gonna be in 6 months from now, eh? All right, you guys, thanks for watching. And next time you're on the internets, go check out the Oxen Playground. You can find them on Facebook. I'll be sure to put a link down below, and you can find it in a little corner. The comic book is called I Never Forgot. Hello everyone. It is Friday at last. Oh my word. Today flew by as I got to answer regular calls again after a long time. And I got some really meaty problems, like really like right? Everyone, the customer doesn't understand what's happening. I don't understand what's happening. And you just gotta kind of figure it out, which is fun when you do. If not, you know, it can be, especially if it's their only credit card terminal, it can be very frustrating as they're not making any money. But I think we figured out cracked a couple of nuts. Didn't have a lot of time for art though. That was a shame. And right now, it being Friday after a week, I have to say I've done pretty good this week. Like coming home, not sitting down, going straight into the comic, and like getting the hours. And like every day, like yesterday, I got home late because of the visit to the post office. I had some other stuff to do, but then from before 8 till like 11:30, and it's been pretty much like that every day, like till 11:30. I've just been, so I'm that close. One whole page to go, one last panel. There's the pinup, and I'm done. So I should be able to do that. But right now, I am totally like, I could just fall asleep right now. I know. I could just so fall asleep right now. And then the one thing I did manage to do today finally was get someone to organize my days off, because that's just not been happening. So it turned out our new supervisor is not going to be with us for much longer. You know, opportunities arise. It's a funny thing. And so we kind of had this open conversation because she's leaving anyway. Like, so what is happening? What's the company doing? Blah, blah, blah. I got a couple of insights, but I'm staying. Somebody else who was going to leave decided not to, got a promotion. Like, there's all this stuff happening, and it's like, oh, you're doing because other people are taking advantage of your last week, and so they've put you in charge of doing the schedule? Good, because I need 2 days off. Thank you very much. Yeah, sure, no problem. So that's good.
Wat ik ook nog wil doen, is natuurlijk om even van te verwijderen natuurlijk mensen die het kijken. Laten we dat nog even doen, voordat we van de telefoon gaan. Want dat lijkt me wel een heel...
Saturday. I made it. And I got myself a glorious 11 hours sleep. After yesterday crashing in that chair, and like most days complaining on how tired I was, instead of getting rest, I edited the 20 minutes of video for Sketchalona, because I was just, not thinking and had my phone in my hand, and I just did it and I uploaded it. And that's when I realized, like, man, I am tired all the time. I need to make some changes, because my job is the same. Like, could it be working on the comic book? I don't think so, because I just get to sit down. So I need to make some changes in my my lacking exercise regime and my diet, which can't just consist of coffee. Because coffee, let's face it, it's not fuel. It's more like the fuel is already inside of you. Coffee just kickstarts it. That's how I've always seen it. So yeah, like all this complaining about being tired has to stop. So I was productive in the end yesterday. Not only did I get that video done, but I sat down and I finished up the page I was working on. But that last panel, like it's a big meaty panel with lots of detail. It took longer than I thought it did. And then on top of that, after my little surprise gift from Samurai Ox, this made me, you know, reevaluate how I draw and how I color. And so I took, like, I was very fond of this one, and I took that and I decided to recolor the 6 pages for Life in Space, the comic book anthology we're doing with the 100s group. And so now looking at it, like, there's a lot of stuff in here I really like, and there's a lot of stuff I now see where I'm like, actually that doesn't work. Actually that is very inconsistent. Actually, sometimes what looks like boring flats and less painterly colors just works a lot better. And so I feel like I'm going into this, like with this one and what I'm working on, like yesterday, this already started affecting how I was coloring that big panel. And so I was redoing a lot of it. So I didn't get to the last page. I'm gonna have to do that today on Saturday, which is cool. But it's I feel like I'm going into this phase of like calibrating, if that makes sense, where it's like I'm gonna hopefully at 5, maybe before, print out the pages I have, put them side by side, check out the improvements, and then, you know, I feel like I'm going through this phase of calibration, like basically seeing what works, what doesn't work. And besides the colors, the other thing I wanted to point out that stood out like a sore thumb is the balloons and the text. It's okay for this one. I'm not sure how that one is going to come out. It needs to be better next time around. So that's it. That's my Saturday. Let's get started. I am still working on the Life in Space pinup for the anthology book. It's really rough. I've been having a lot of fun putting this together using my brush pen and like other kinds of ink tools, markers. Tightening up just a little bit. It needs a bunch of white out to make some details clearer, but it is midnight and I'm going to bed because that's been another, I guess there's another 3 hours worth of attempts lying around. That didn't quite come out. This is when I started getting the idea for the tune, but this, yeah. I ruined the board, didn't like that at all. Throw it away. But it's time to wish you guys a good night. I hope you enjoyed watching this little video, my weekly update, and I will see you next week. Good night. And before I forget, Kevin Cross is doing a Patreon hangout tomorrow. Well, it's Monday for me, but it's going to be a specific time. I'm gonna have to look it up again. So be sure to check out his channel and let's find out what's happening with Monkey Mod and if he survived the cold showers or not. If you don't know what I'm talking about, best head over there now.